Game number 1 in the best of 3 series between Blaze and 2ark starts on Cursed Hollow, and we have Tyrande banned out right away. Right off the bat, Tyrande is gone, and that allows, of course, for a Kel'Thas ban now on the side of 2ark, unless they're really happy with Blaze taking it, which I kind of doubt a bit. And it's an Abathur that they ban out. Okay, so Kel'Thas can be played. Keep that Zagara in mind, though. Zagara most likely going to be taken either by Blaze or by 2ark immediately. It's one of the heroes that is extremely popular in the North American scene, and there we have it again. It's just, basically, Zagara is the North American Falstad. Europe has such a high priority in Falstad. North America doesn't care about the hero at all. And instead, like, it's pretty much the same thing, actually. Like, what Falstad is in Europe, that's Zagara in North America and the other way around. That explains it, like, the best. So they just switched out the hero. In Europe, you would see that immediate pick on Falstad here. In North America, it's Zagara. So it's exactly the opposite of with those two heroes when they are concerned. But yeah, so we have a Zagara and a Jaina to take it away from Zagara and the Maw, not even the Kel'Thas, which could now be played by Team Blaze. 2ark, on the other hand, they are going into, well, their next pick, which is going to be a potential Muradin as a combo with Jaina. That's pretty nice. It works also with an ETC, of course. An ETC, you could take that away from Zagara. It doesn't really matter which tank you take. Both of them are still very solid. So this is the chance that they have now. They go into the Muradin ban, the Muradin pick instead, which allows ETC and even the Divine Shield for Team Blaze now. Zagara, Maw with ETC, Moshpit, Divine Shield is very naughty, and that is... it's quite strong, so it's something that they could use now. Zagara here already, of course, chosen. There's still Sylvanas to consider as well. I mean, we have Zagara already. If you want to go for a full pushing power team, then Sylvanas is making things even better. But you can overdo it with such a play. So, yeah. A Falstad would still be pretty nice. As I said, North America doesn't love him as much as Europe, but on this map you can get control over the bosses and also the tribute, so it's definitely something that they could do here. Blaze, for now, though, they haven't really made any choices yet. As I said, ETC and Uther would be a very solid setup, but you have a couple of other ways of how you can actually play with this now as well. So it's not only that. Tyrion on this map is also very strong, especially after the level 16 talent, where you can go for Holy Ground and just try to get one of those tributes, or one of those bosses. There's Reyna already chosen, so we have a Reyna together with the Zagara that helps already with the push against, like, especially structures, of course, thanks to the Hyperion, but also the zoning effect that you get when you're trying to go for tribute with her heroic ability. That's also pretty sweet. Nice damage, actually, for Team Blaze here, right off the bat. They still have to decide which kind of frontliner they want to go for. ETC is not really the only one that you can rely upon here. You can also just simply go into, let's say, a Johanna, for example. There's also other heroes to consider, but oftentimes you see them more in combos, like Diablo together with the Tyrande, just to give you another example. I mean, having the drafts, or the bans coming in, as Team Blaze's pick is a bit delayed, so apparently the draft tool with a couple of issues here. Well, I want to see what it is, if it is that ETC, or if we are going to see a different hero. I mean, they could also just pick the Uther, and they do. Uther picked 2ark with a potential ban on ETC now, I suppose. There's a lot of stuff that you can ban out in such a scenario. I mean, there's also that Sonya to consider. We have seen a heavy melee assassin focus already, like, for most of the teams that have played here today. So it's definitely one of the things that you could try and get rid of. But yeah, frontliner is something that Blaze isn't running just yet. And 2ark, if they want to go into a double tank, they can pick another one away with the next one. So yeah, they ban out ETC, as said. Pretty solid choice. Blaze, if they ban a hero, they could ban one of the supports. They could ban a support, maybe even a Tacita here to make Zagara's life a bit easier. But it is Sylvanas for the counter pressure on siege damage that they eliminate. So 2ark, theoretically, with a pick on Tacita, could go into something like Tacita Sonya, for example. There's like a couple of ways of how they can play this. Like, that Sonya would be kind of nice. It depends a bit. Do you want to play a Sonya? Are you a bit more comfortable playing maybe a Thrall? Thrall Rhaegar has been a thing that we've seen a couple of times played during the tournament here. I'm still secretly hoping for 2ark going back into their Cho'Gall play. I mean, they've shown us the heroes twice already. Once they were victorious with him, the other one they got completely wrecked, but I contribute that more to them screwing it up a little bit than the hero being like a bad choice in this case. Most of the time, though, when you really see a Cho'Gall, it's on the last double pick, and in this case, they would reveal it a bit too early and allow Blaze to counterplay, but, well, wishful thinking. That is a solid choice. I've been going over this already. He is very, very solid here in the setup, so I'm not really too salty seeing him being picked there, even though my heart still beats a bit for Cho'Gall, but maybe later on. Tuark is there. Well, they can still go into a healer already. They can also like save it for last, but usually you try to react with your last pick to any kind of surprises that your opponent might have for you. So if it's a healer, then we could see Rhaegar, we could see Karazim. I suppose a Malfurion would also be one of the plays that they could aim for right now, but Rhaegar and Karazim have been a little bit more popular just in the recent games that we've seen. The Malfurion was mostly like a counter pick against the banned out. Oh, actually, he is not banned out. Kalthas is still there. So, oh, that's a bit of a surprise. I didn't even realize that. Kalthas is still around, that's true. So Blaze could head into a Kalthas as an additional damage dealer. Plus a frontliner. I'm leaning towards Johanna. Now that Tyrael is banned out, Johanna would still be very solid. Arthas is, for example, a hero that in North America isn't really played. We see him every now and then in Europe. He can appear in a double warrior composition. I think especially G2 Esports has been playing him quite recently a bit. And here's the Leoric, first of all. Are they going to play Leoric solo? Always a bit of an issue with the commitment here. If they want to drop also a Johanna, then they have, of course, like a crazy amount of wave clear. Even with the wave clear reduction in one of the last patches for the Skeleton Swing and the Night Take Spawn, these two heroes or warriors have still some of the best waves clear when we're talking about a warrior setup. Melee Assassin would still work. You can still play that, so they could decide to go for that instead. Melee Assassin with an Uther is always a possibility, and if you have Reyna and Zagara behind you, that really helps you with control. Zagara, of course, with vision on the map alone, already a very solid hero. Leoric oftentimes as a front liner, as a single one, a little bit iffy, especially since North America is leaning towards the Entomb as the heroic ability, whereas, for example, the March of the Black King gives you a bit more sustain because you can just like get hit points back. Zeratul as the melee assassin, so that is already sweet. We see Zeratul a lot more just recently again, so Zeratul is being played here. And Tuark, they still need a healer, so with Zeratul they could go into a Monk with Foresight on level 4, or they could go, I was about to say they could go into a Rhaegar with that level 7 talent and just use Farsight, but they choose Tassadar with the Oracle and Shields alone together with Tyrael. So Tyrael Shields and Tassadar Shields, kicking our game off here in this best of 3 series at the end of the Storm playoffs in the loser bracket. Blaze against Tuark, Cursed Solo map number 1. Let's jump in and find out which team is going to take the lead. Game number 1, everybody, in this series here between Tuark and Team Blaze. We are currently in the losers bracket still. And well, as you can tell right now, we're already in a situation where the two teams face each other in Cursed Hollow for the first map. And as you can see here, it is to the left side. Tassadar, played by Insomnia. We're having, in this case, also LZ Game on Tyrael. Falstaff, played by Trader. Muradin, played by Sunshine. Unfortunately, no Cho'Gall here from the team that has shown us the most Cho'Gall so far. And it is Crowan on Jaina for the team. At the same time, looking at it, we're currently having to the right side of the map Yu on Uther, Battery on Leoric, Jason on Zagara, Rufflecopter on Reyna, and Cladeus is playing Zeratul. Team Blaze, they love their Zeratul. They played him quite a bit during the recent matches that we had in the playoffs here. The one thing that I'm personally curious about is the build that Zeratul is going to choose. Well, first of all, he needs to be careful because he's nearly down. Usually he goes in the Gathering Power on level 4. But for me, it's a bit of a... Like, I'm interested to see what especially that level 13 talent is going to be. Because the last time he went straight into Burning Rage. And that's not really a talent that you see too often on Zeratul. He went into the Regeneration Master as the level 1 talent now, first of all. And we're seeing at the same time for especially Jaina in this setup right now, the Lingering Chill, I want to say. Yes, Lingering Chill over the Deep Chill, making the adjustment here. They've been going over the differences quite a bit in the recent nerfs to the Deep Chill. But Zuna, for example, for the Boblos fan club, is still a huge fan of going in Deep Chill instead. Or he simply hasn't read the patch notes and doesn't know that the talent was nerfed. That's also another explanation, but I think it's a little bit less likely. Jason at the top lane is currently like spreading his creep, and we have Zeratul putting the pressure onto Candy Muradin. So yep, once again we have Muradin just like jumping around there, asking everybody if they want to have some candy. The tear-stained mattress in the darkened the windowless van. There we go. Cladeus and Battery are starting to move around. Peter Muradin is alone at the top lane. And Crowan, oh, that could be a potential. Nah, they're not able to get the lockdown in. Trader, on the other hand, he's just like moving back, is going to fly back in. Crowan is going for the well and using the hit points and also the mana points to just go back into the fight. Battery right now in the mid lane, rotating over again. There's already Muradin. Getting some damage dished out by Cladeus, but still, as long as the teams are only on level 1 talent, not really going to be a big deal. It's just like easy rotations on the map at this point. Insomnia at the top lane, of course, with that Mecha Tassadar skin, one of the best mounts in the entire game. And we have down to the bot lane now, the roam happening again. Chrome, by the way, on Jaina, extremely low. He needs to be careful. Like, he's not going to move around here. He's going to move back into the base and then going to just, like, regenerate his entire, like, setup so that he can go back into the fight. A lot of regeneration talents and stacking talents overall. We have double regeneration master taken. We are seeing also mental acuity on level 4 now after Insomnia went into the Conjurer's Pursuit as the level 1 talent. We still see the Seasoned Marksman on 2 heroes. Of course, the auto attackers here with Reyna and also Falstad. And there it is already, one of the adjustments. Vampiric Strike, not gathering power, but Vampiric Strike for the extra damage and the sustain here. So, yeah, that is pretty reminiscent of one of the builds, or one of the games that they played. Gladios is trying to just use that for mass sustain right now on the lane, especially since they are, of course, running it with, well, they're running it with Uther, so that's actually working for them. Oh, Crowan here is about to fall, and yes, they can't take him down. The stun against Uther still, but the channel on the tribute, and it looks like they're going to be able to get this one. No! Oh, the storm in the last second is preventing it. I'm talking about storms. We have that snowstorm taken on level 4. So Jaina is in a position where she can get that extra radius now on the talent. We're having at the same time the hardened bones for Leoric. Pretty much the standard to take here for him. Yeah, Zeratul is in the mid lane again, but everybody else is still fighting for the tribute down here. And we have now Traitor, LZ Gamer, everybody else going for Bell, moving back into the fight. Battery is trying to like zone. Sunshine is going very deep though with this one. He has his Muradin up at front, and still the experience thanks to Zeratul in the middle of the map. He's starting to move straight back down, but now there's a big brawl happening with Tyrael actually not taking his full level 4 talent yet. LZ Gamer has not taken anything yet, and they lose Sunshine, they lose Muradin. Ah, well, Muradin down. Oh, and Falstad nearly dying too. He's actually about to fall. And yes, he's down. Jason finishing the job. And now it's going to be the tribute. Oh, nope. Again to interrupt thanks to the storm. But they will get it eventually. I mean, it's a 5 versus 3 scenario right now. So there's absolutely no way that they're not going to get the tribute. Okay, so we have team plays with the first tribute in the set. And now everybody else is starting to move onto the lanes again. Dimensional Shift has been used. Zagara is dead, but I think that Jaina might have been jumping in a bit too far. Oh god, they get the double kill too. They get Tassadar now as well. They don't only finish off Jaina, but they go for Tassadar, and now it's level 7 versus level 6 with 4 kills against 1. Battery already moving straight into the middle of the map for the experience. Up to the top, it's Uther. LZ Gamer is trying to push him back. Now follow through taken as the damage talent for Zeratul with a Revolution Overdrive, Ghastly Reach, and the Wave of Light. No Boundless Conviction on level 4, but the Wave of Light after the Protective Shield. And at least 2arc is reaching their level 7 talents as well. First of all, Mental Acuity, of course, is an adjustment to just reveal Zeratul. And they went straight into Kala Embrace to start the preloading with the shield, since this is, of course, a single Tassadar support build. And it's something that we see in Europe a lot, but I was a bit surprised to see that also here on the North American server, because usually it doesn't happen. Well, Falstad is getting blown away again, so that was a pretty easy kill that they got there. Rufflecopter and Jason pushing the bot lane, and we also have now one of the mercenary camps that has been claimed. This is starting to push the lane as well. If they can protect that, they should be able to easily drop a few of the structures. Tribute is again on the map, and that forces now the rotation maybe. Level 7 talents, also in this case with the Frost Armor. Jason moving out a bit too far, could fall, but nope, Rufflecopter is heading over and is making sure that Zagara is not dying. The channel attempt. But of course Leoric is just like interrupting this himself. Does know that this is not going to go through. Frost Armor taken as the level 7 talent, and once again they're starting to move in straight for the fight with Zeratul in the backline waiting for the stealth to hit. He's starting to move in and can dish out a bit of damage. Level 7 for both of the teams now. At level 9, well, level 7 talents, level 9 already on the border. That means an early level 10 here if they get a few more kills, and so far they're doing pretty well here. A whole lot of Banelings is dropping. LZ Gamer low in HP. Stormbolt attempt against Battery. Zagara is dead. Zeratul moves in and is about to drop Muradin. He gets the shield though from Tassadar. Uther is down too. It's a double kill, and this is, wow, everybody's low. Everybody is low. Can they get a kill in? Zeratul is trying, jumps away. The storm is hitting him too. But look at this. Falstad is so low. Everybody. But Rufflecopter channels the tribute. He might actually get this one. LZ Gamer is there again, and this time he's dead. This time he's dead, and Gladios can just like jump away with the Stormbolt, but Battery is now also about to fall. He's trying to escape. Zeratul is about to get dropped, but they take down Reyna first. Zagara is by now back in the fight as well, and this fight just doesn't stop. this fight doesn't end. It just continues. You know, it's the kill against Falstad, the level 10 talents for them, and they might be able to take down Insomnia as well. They already rush in. Zeratul gets dropped. No, he gets the Divine Shield and is turning around again. They are aiming for Tassadar. Here comes the Entomb. Heroic abilities being used, and it's a double kill. Oh my god, 9 kills against 5. Like, that battle just does not end. We have the tribute channel though. 2 tributes against 0. Level 11 versus level 10 now any second. What a fight. I mean, this is just absolutely crazy. They're not stopping at all. How many heroes died in that last one? Like 10 overall? That was insane. There must have been like at least 8 heroes. So we have Tassadar with a Force Wall. We're already seeing now the Mighty Gust. We also have Avatar, Water Elemental taken as the additional talent. And besides that, the last hero to choose a talent is now Tyrael, who could of course go one of 2 ways, but normally it is the Sanctification that we're seeing. I would be a very happy Panda if he decides to just screw it and goes into Judgment, but the chances are slim to none, and he goes into Sanctification as already expected. But 9 kills against 5, and super aggressive stance here by both of the teams aiming for these tributes. And talking tributes, a new one just appeared on the map, and that could be the potential cursed tribute if Blaze is going to get this one. 2arc is currently in kills at least down, and there's Falstad. Falstad is going to eat some damage from Zeratul. Zeratul moves away, Stormbolt is hitting him though, but the heal on Uther is at least worth it. Oh my god, Traitor just barely surviving this one. The shield on Tassadar saving him, but here comes the Hyperion, and they are putting LZ Gamer even under more pressure. They could go for the channel, and that's what they do. Already Kroll moving around. This is going to be the curse. This is going to be the curse, and it hits hard. They could go for boss now, or just simply push in the lanes. And we're seeing them moving in already as we speak. Down here, Crow and LZ Gamer, everybody's just like trying to escape. Nice move. That's a pretty sweet trap that we have there. Now the Maw is following it up too. Sunshine moves away. Banelings rushing in, and oh my god, even with the Sanctification, they eat a ton of damage here before, but they turn it around against Zagara. Everybody low, but Reyna is now dead too. And it's again, like everybody is so low. Look at these hit points. Jaina alone, it's just like we have to cough on her once and she is just dropping. We have again the teams rotating around, but this curse is basically not doing anything. I mean, the curse is not doing a thing right now because we have 2 heroes dead, and of course a few of the lanes are at least being pushed, but Sunshine is there trying to defend it. Can they drop him? I mean, that would be great if they can take him down, but it doesn't really look like it. They at least want to take one of the forts, and they have the level 13 talent, which is going to give them at least a slight lead, thanks of course to the Shrink Ray. Again, the Burning Rage here, take it this time on Leoric. And down to the bottom lane, we're having Kroen and LZ Gamer after the Keep here was destroyed, trying to do their thing. But here comes now the Assassin's Blade taken as well. Alright, so after Cloak, you get a bit of extra damage. We're seeing also Mutalisk here in play. And as the level 13 talent, what's Reyna going to go for? I mean, with the setup that we are seeing, Giant Killer might not be the worst idea, but we have seen a lot of double-barreled into the Bullseye taken, and it is, again, double-barreled. So no Giant Killer against the frontliners. Boss is being attacked. A bit of a very optimistic point there, but with the creep tumors all over the place, they of course knew what was going on. So it seems like they're trying to move in for this. 13 talents for both of the teams now with a static shield on Falstad. Also deciding to not go into Giant Killer here. Thunderstrike, there's the Imposing Will and the Prescience. Giant Killer would of course also be very effective against Leoric, but still, that shield is pretty sweet, especially the way that these fights have been going. Again, the lockdown against Tassadar, and this time he's not going to survive. Prescience is keeping him alive for a little bit. Why is there no follow-up? Nobody is going for it, and here comes the Void Prism. They are attempting to get at least another kill here. Moving in, the Maw is being used already. The Hyperion with the damage, taking down the walls, and now they attempt to at least kill a target. Insomnia flies away, and yeah, they're moving in against the fort, and they're going to take this potentially now. Everybody low. Oh, great kill. Cladeus with an amazing kill against Tassadar. He himself is in a bit of trouble. Leoric actually is about to fall. They jump him, but now it could be the counter kill against Mirrodin. Leoric is going to not die. He moves away. Yes, he falls. The smite takes him down then in the end. But also, we have now the potential kill against LZ Gamer. Cladeus is rushing away again. Like, these guys are at each other's throat the entire time, aren't they? 10 kills against 8. We're like 11 minutes into the game, so we have roughly a kill per, like 2 kills per minute at this point. They are starting to rotate around again. I mean, in experience, we still have that 1 level lead that was already established earlier on today by Team Blaze. And Tuark versus Blaze, I mean, these guys are really, really fighting it out now. We're having bosses still on the map. There's also the potential, of course, to steal them away later on after level 16, but we're not there just yet with the holy ground. For now, it's still the attack. Tribute spawning up at the top. It's the first tribute after the curse has hit. And for both of the things, it would be the first curse. We have now boss taken at the bot lane, and at a very nice timing. They could go boss into boss now. It's perfect. This is perfect for Tuark. Like, this doesn't get any better than that. They go for boss at the bot lane, and now they start to move up to the top. There's only a bruiser camp that's about to be taken, nothing else. Tribute has been channeled, and with that boss moving in, they cannot go for this one too. Khaldor is already trying to take it down here. He has quite a bit of extra damage that he's already trying to put to some use. But of course now, with the boss at the bot lane and Zeratul out of commission, they have at least that Siege Giant camp. That's actually a big win. That Siege Giant camp is a big win at this point. But Falstad still has the Mighty Gust, so can push them away. They don't have to be too worried about the boss being stolen. And that Force Wall is maybe a bit early, but the cooldown is super low, so it doesn't really feel like they are going to make any big plays with this. Yep, down to the bot lane. The boss goes through the wall. It's going straight for that keep, or for the fort, but still, it's not going to do too much. The two Siege Giants are down, but with 2 towers, the boss is going to fall and is only put it down to half HP. So up to the top, we have the boss now attacked. Level 16 talent is making it possible. Rending Cleave. They're also seeing now after the Burning Rage, the Unyielding Despair. It's a bit of a ballsy move actually to do that. I guess we could see the Void Prism used to steal the boss, and yeah, they have to do that because Falstad is still there. Without the Void Prism, it would have been way too much of a risk. So they get the boss, they sacrifice the Void Prism, and now they might even try to go for a kill. Now we have you... No, they're not going for it. I was for a second thinking if they're going to try to maybe unhorse Jaina here and try to jump her, but they don't. There's a second tribute that they can now easily take, basically for free. They can also go for the camp over here. Boss is already on its way in. And with that boss, it seems like they're going to try and push that even harder. Zeratul, as we said, is going for the tribute. He's getting a free one. Here comes that boss moving in, and they put a lot of pressure onto this Hyperion again. It's such a great tool if you're trying to burst down a couple of structures. So they really help out. The boss is going to go for the keep here. It's not likely that they're going to take the thing, but they could actually put severe damage on it. So the 16 talent is really helping them out. And whoa, Muradin needs to jump out there. Sunshine in the last second with a hop. But now they have soon 16 versus 16 talents. And yep, Zeratul is already out of there. Battery probably going to have to use that Wraith Walk very, very soon now. And wow, Tyrael jumping in. Now Muradin is still low. But Zeratul has to be careful when he goes in for the kill again. There comes a nice attempt to protect once more Jaina. No kills just yet. Great more, and the kill against Falstad. They go for Tassadar. They might get him too. Prescience is used. Leoric, before he dies, uses the Entomb. And now we have a potential kill against Zagara. But first of all, it looks like Crone is also going to die over here. Zeratul is already on his way. And he gets the blink. Can he get the kill? Yes, this is looking good. What about Jaina, though? Jaina! No, she gets away. Wow. Jaina getting away, escaping here now too. Okay, this game is getting this is getting all kinds of crazy here. 10 kills versus 12. We have now also the level 16 talent taken. There's the Dimensional Warp and Rufflecopter trying to go for the channel, which would curse them again. That would be the 6th tribute in a row taken by by Team Blaze, and they are going for it. Well, the Vulture is actually saving you for now, but this is the turnaround attempt. They're going in again, and Muradin has to be careful. There comes the attack, and the stun. Ooh, they need to get... Wow, LZ Gamer stops it himself. And here comes Falstad. Falstad is flying in again. Of course, they have the Holy Ground now. Here comes the Hyperion, and look at that damage. Hyperion putting really nice work in. They're trying to go for Reyna, but they don't get him. And immediately the use on the side of that Entomb. So they try to trap them. They can go for the boss now. Zagara is moving in now as well. Can go for the channel. That would be once again the curse. And Khaldor is already moving in against Muradin, but hits that Stormbolt and therefore needs to move away there. Good damage. Curse has been taken, and therefore we have the top lane pushing heavily against that keep. This is actually starting to become a real big problem, because at the bot lane we still have that power play from Team Blaze, and they are starting to put in pressure against these walls, but that keep at the top lane is going to fall. Zeratul moves away, and he is not hit by the Ice Lance. Nice Void Prism. Muradin is getting trapped in mid-flight, mid-hop, but the bot lane keep is now also being attacked right now. Blaze is doing an amazing game, amazing job here. They have the first keep already eliminated up at the top lane. and now Zeratul is starting to move in again. Leoric with the Wraith Walk, bringing him back to safety, but Hugh on Uther is in a bit of trouble, so they are getting really low here, but so is that keep. They need to defend against the keep. It could be the second one that falls here. The keep is getting lower and lower, and they're still turning to the run. Once again, the Entomb saving two. Nice Mighty Gust. Mighty Gust is pretty solid here. Cledeus on Zeratul, can he get the heal? Divine Shield, even better. And that keep is nearly gone. The keep is nearly eliminated, and just a few roaches. That's all that they need right now, but they want to go for the kill, and they get it. Jaina is down, and so is Muradin. The keep is falling. Two keeps down. They could drop the one in the middle now as well if they really wanted to, or at least put some damage on it. But with two heroes down, this is an opportunity that they have, and it would give them the early level 20 as well in this best of 3 series. Things are looking strong. They could also attempt to go for the boss instead, of course, but Falstad is still there. When Falstad still being around is an issue, they don't want to overdo it, so they just move away for now. Looking at the damage, just to give you a bit of an idea of what's actually going on, 29,000 Zeratul. It feels like more, right? It feels like he did more damage. When he moved in and just hit single targets, he was doing so much there. But we have Reyna and Zagara of 66,000 and 61,000 damage at this point. The heals, 48,000 for Uther. They're seeing 37 on the side of Tassadar, but still pretty solid damage here on Jaina as well. Falstad is only on 42,000, so he doesn't really get as much damage out as we would think at this point. Level 20 talents are going to appear any second now for Team Blaze, and they are starting to rotate down to the bot lane where boss is taken. Yeah, but there's a Falstad with Mighty Gust and also the Holy Ground, so I don't really think that's going to happen. Or is it? They move in, and here comes the Holy Ground. Alright, boss secured. The question is, are they going to survive the fight? Oh, Leoric is already dead, so that was an early one. Even with level 20 talents and his Spectral Leech, he didn't survive that. So now they go and move in again. The Mighty Gust, oh, sorry, the bubble, the Void Prism here is being used and zones them out completely. Triple Void Prism, like this is as good as it gets. By the way, the core is also going to be under a little bit of attack. Nothing really too fancy. There's going to be another wave spawning any second, so a few of the shields are going to be attacked, but it's not going to be too much. Bot lane, on the other hand, that is a completely different story, because over there we are seeing a Siege Giant camp pushing in as well. Leoric is going to be back in just a few. We have the top lane still pushing hard. Third catapult is moving in, but Insomnia is already in position for it. And now, with the boss being defeated, nothing, not even going through the wall, but it's level 20 versus 20 soon. Uh-oh, uh-oh. There's a Jaina, and goodbye, Jaina. Nope. Goodbye, Jaina. Jaina is down, and that's another 60 seconds that we are not going to see her in-game. They try to go for another attack here against the Tribute, but I guess it's going to be more the boss that they're interested in, especially in the 5 versus 4. And Cladeios at the bot lane could always try to go a bit of a backdoor attempt. Like, we all know how much damage Zeratul can do in such a situation, and he's already showing it against Traitor on his Falstad. Jumping away in the last second helps with the lane pressure. Boss is being attacked at the top. Falstad cannot fly in right now, but here comes Sunshine. Stormbolt can be used, and Tyrael is going to try and steal this one away. Tyrael is going to go for an easy steal here. They need a more or something if they really want to take this. Here comes already the zoning attempt, and they go for the potential kill. Zeratul is in play now as well. Insomnia is going to go into Prescience. Here comes the wind tunnel. Traitor is getting away, and nope, he's not, as Rufflecopter darts in to take him down. The boss is at full health again, but Muradin is about to fall. The Void Prison is used again, and Cladeios is going for Tassadar. No, he's not. He's turning around and says, like, alright, you can escape, but we're going to take the rest of you boys. Level 20 versus 21, and now with 3 heroes eliminated, they are saying, guys, this is silly. Let's end this game and be done with it. I don't even know why they're going into the mid lane. I really hope that they're dodging the keep. It would be kind of surprising to see them go straight for it. No, they don't. They go for the core, of course. They're going to try and end this. Zeratul went into the Nexus Frenzy, Nexus Blades here on level 20. Jumps in to take Jaina down, and he is going to eliminate her. His damage has actually significantly increased. He's at 42,000. GG and well faced, and we are going to see game number 2 with a lead for Team Blaze in this best of 3 series here. Very, very solid play on their side. Great match here. Cursed Hollow, the initial map between the two teams, and of course it is them taking the lead here. Great play and really well done. Nice match here, especially of course with that Zeratul in particular. I kind of like that. So yeah, GG and well played. Dragonshire is game number 2, map number 2 actually, in game number 2 between Team Blaze and 2ark, and Blaze is in the lead. They went through map number 1 blazing. They had Cursed Hollow locked down hard against 2ark, but 2ark now with the first pick, first ban here. So, yep, a bit curious to see how this is going to work out for 2ark. In theory, we could actually see them with the Cho'Gall now. I'm always mentioning it because, well, they started it. It's not my fault. But if you played Cho'Gall once, then everybody expects you to play Cho'Gall again. First of all, it's the respect ban against Cladeo Zeratul. Too annoying to really deal with that guy. So they are making sure that Zeratul is not going to be part of this game. That, of course, also leaves now Kalthas plus Tyrande open. And Zagara. Another really important pick here. I could see something along the lines of the Zagara ban, actually, to leave Kalthas and Tyrande still in play. And yes, there it is. Zagara banned out. 2ark potentially with the early pick on Tyrande, I want to say. Tyrande, in my personal opinion, is still one of the best heroes in the game and should be the preferred pick over Jaina or Kalthas, in my opinion right now. And with them taking a Tyrande, and they do, they also threaten Blaze and say, hey guys, if you don't take that Jaina, we're going to take her and we're going to start. Muradin immediately picked away from Tyrande, and now we could see a Jaina as well. So 2ark would play with the Kalthas and Tyrande theoretically, but I would still pick that Jaina over the Kalthas. Well, it depends a little bit. Are you trying to pick something away from your opponent? Then pick Jaina. Jaina is really good with Muradin, she works. Are you trying to play with something that you are more comfortable with, that you really want to push out the damage, and you don't mind what your opponent does? Then pick the Kalthas. And they go for the Kalthas option, whereas 2ark could now go into, well, Diablo and also the push into... Actually, with this, it's a question if you really don't commit to Diablo or ETC this early. But an ETC plus a Jaina would be great. And you can also play this with a Diablo and a Jaina. It's all about that stun into stun. ETC with a power slide, Diablo just dashing in, get the first stun in. Jaina has already been taken, but still they need a tank who can really do that for them. And there's only 2 more available. And that is, of course, first of all, the Diablo and also the ETC. Both of them work with this. Are they going to take one of them? That's the question right now. That's what they really have to determine at this point. They have the last double pick, so that's another thing that's going to happen there. 2ark versus Blaze, and of course we're going to look at the bans after this one. So maybe, I mean, there's... I don't know. Well, for now, they actually take their sweet time and make no decision on the matter yet. I can't help it. In the back of my head, there's always Cho'Gall, Cho'Gall, every time I see 2ark play. And it's completely not fair, because more often than not, they don't pick Cho'Gall. And, they picked him once, twice, and that's it. But it's always what would they pick now if they think about Cho'Gall? That's basically what the entire time goes through the back of my head. And it's not really fair towards the draft. A Tacita, by the way, would work. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, all right? Tacita would work, and if you don't, guys, I have high hopes for this one, because Tacita would work with that really well. That double support here, hell yeah. And if not for that, I'm pretty sure they would have picked the tank. So the hopes are still high. If you play it, this could be it. So Team Blaze, what are they going to ban? In before Cho'Gall ban. Oh my god, would I be salty then. No, but let's be honest for a second. So if they ban a hero out now, they ban the ETC. So one of the 2 tanks that could be played with Tyrande, it still leaves Diablo open as the potential tank. 2ark, if they ban something along the lines of, I guess, a Charism, no, they ban the Uther. They ban Uther first of all. So Uther for the potential, well, I guess Uther and Sonya. Yeah. In general, Uther just nasty. And Team Blaze now with the 2 picks for themselves. They already have a pretty solid setup. They need a healer. And I suppose that they can still talk about Charism, Rhaegar. I don't really feel like we're going to see a Morales here. Brightwing on the map can be nice, but it's not really an A meta pick. It's more something that we would see in the European scene. Reyna for the extra damage and zoning abilities is already pretty sweet. A Falset would have done the trick as well and would have given you a bit more mobility on the map. But Reyna, of course, has that Hyperion, which is absolutely amazing, as we've seen in the last game. So, that said, Team Blaze has an opportunity to lock up on a healer for themselves now. They can also pick him late, because Tacita and Tyrande already indicate that 2ark is not going to deal with that. But yeah, there's the Leoric. Leoric actually a very good pick against the potential Cho'Gall. Either Cho'Gall or Diablo. And guys, let's be honest, I'm fine with both. I'm totally fine with both. And that Leoric pick that we see for Team Blaze, that's of course a pretty good one. I mean, against Tuark, you know that they love to throw a curveball. So, yeah. What is Tuark going to do? That's the question. Is it going to be the Diablo with the Tyrande composition to get the stun into stun? Or are they going to go all out with the craziness here? Dragonshire is the map, and it is a best of 3, and they are already down 1 map, so you can't go for any experiments, and it is a Diablo. It is a Diablo that they play. And yeah, we're going to see from here what they are going to use now. So the Diablo already played, and they need... please pick a second tank. I know that they already have a Tacita and Jaina as a double support, and you can play Diablo with this, but in the early game it really works, but in the late game you get wrecked. A second tank, pick a Tyrael, for example, go into... like, I don't know, Johanna, a Tyrael, it doesn't really matter too much. The Tyrael alone would already do enough work, and you could play him with a bit more focus on damage. It doesn't really matter what you do, but Diablo as a solo frontliner, I'm not a fan. A Thrall is alright. I like the Thrall. Thrall is okay with a Tacita and a Tyrande. This is a pretty sweet setup as well, and the Karazim as the last pick. So a Cho'Gall would have been completely wrecked here, of course. I'm going to ask them, though, if they were thinking about it. So Team Blaze versus Tuark, game number 2 coming now up on Dragonshire. Game number 2 on Dragonshire, everybody, has started, and to the left side of the map we have Team Blaze with the lead. Yu is playing Karazim, we have Cladeus on Leoric this time, Jason on Kel'Thas, Battery on Muradin, and Rufflecopter is playing Reyna. To the right side of the map, we have Crone on Tyrande playing for Tuark, Insomnia on Tacita, Sunshine on Diablo, and LZ Gamer on Thrall with Traitor on Jaina. A pretty cool game, actually, especially with those lineups that we currently see there. And once again, like, a big shout out to the Twitter of Team Blaze. I mean, these guys have the best Twitter game ever. Like, it's absolutely amazing, the memes that they throw out there. It's pretty fun. So if you haven't really checked out their Twitter yet, you should definitely do that. Already a bit of a fight happening here. But yeah, their Twitter account, teamblaze.gg. And I'm not joking, guys. Like, check their tweets out. The memes and all the GIFs that they just throw out there are absolutely out of this world. It's so much fun to double check that. Anyways, as we are going into it, we have now the 5 versus 5 or 5 versus 4 in the mid lane, as Thrall committed already to experience up at the top, so he went straight in for this one. At the same time now, with the setup that we are running here, we have again that Diablo into Tyrande stun composition with a double support and even Thrall at the front line. LZ Gamer already putting quite a bit of damage on Cladeus here, but has to run away from the Draining Hope. Actually, the range talent even committed to for Winter's Reach here on level 1 after the Rolling Thunder for LZ Gamers, Thrall, and Devil's Due now. The extra talent here, of course, with the Resurrection. It's interesting to see that since Soul Feast was most of the time the talent we see on Diablo, this talent that we are seeing right now with Devil's Due, it's something that especially our Aragi for Team Blank oftentimes chose to pick. This is going to be a kill against Tacita. At least it should be. He's getting... oh, no way. He's actually getting away there. Battery is going for Diablo now, though, and Sunshine is trying to get out of this one. Oh, yes. Dodges the last shot on the side of Reyna. That could have been the end of him. That could have actually really been the end of him. So Crone once again riding in on his Tiger Mount together with Tyrande. They're trying to get that lockdown against, well, Karazim, and the stun into stun. It is the kill. Kill for kill, 1 for 1, as we also saw Tacita fall up to the top lane. LZ Gamer is going to get that next temple, or the next shrine. We're seeing in terms of talents pretty normal builds actually at the beginning, except for the ones that I've already been going over. Nice! Jason is completely body blocked into a corner, and Battery might now fall as well, but Diablo is already dead. So yeah, that didn't really work out the way that he intended. Rufflecopter again missing the penetrating round. Quite annoying for him. But we have a very aggressive game now on both sides. We knew from the start with the build that is being used here that especially, of course, Team Blaze would be hyper-aggressive with that Diablo Tyrande comp. It's super strong, and throwing that Thrall into the mix definitely added to the aggression. But right now we're just like seeing them going for kill after kill after kill. And once again, we have now with the level 4 talent, the fealty on the death taken for Leoric. Dragon Knight denied, at least for now, but Jaina about to fall, and yes, there comes the potential counter kill against Muradin. Not quite. 4 versus 2 in heroes, that's really the sign that you should probably get out of the lane. So we have also the Searing Arrows now taken on the side of Tyrande. Once more Insomnia with a position here in the middle of the map. After the Lightning with 2 additional enemies that you can hit for 50% of the damage. Insomnia is trying, of course, to isolate this for as long as he can. Yep, interrupts it once more, but might die now as a result. Has to move back, and the penetrating round is still hitting him, as the bot lane was at least claimed by the heroes for Team Blaze. So pretty solid back and forth that we have now at the start of the match. We see also on level 4 now the adjustment on Jaina going straight into the wave just increased with the snowstorm. Yeah, well, that stun hit a little bit too late, so that really didn't really do anything. Battery jumps out. He might actually fall. Nope, no frost shots taken. It's close though, but it's the kill against Karazim instead. Karazim giving his life for Muradin. This is true love right there. Karazim and Muradin, it's Team Beard that you have there. So yeah, a beard for a beard. Jason already starting to rush away, since he of course knows that against this combo he has no chance once they get a hold of him. We are having at the top lane still that battle between Thrall and Leoric, and so far it seems like Leoric is actually winning it. At least he's really starting to drain the ammunition on the towers. Level 7 talents are going to hit any second now for the two teams, and that is going to give us very cool talents, especially, oh, momentarily there could be the Eternal. No, they're going. They were thinking about like dropping another target, but oh, there's the kill potentially against Jaina again. She's not really having a good game at all. Level 7 talents, pretty cool, especially of course the Carla's Embrace is now finally giving Insomnia something that helps him to keep like the rest of the team alive. And Jaina needs that. Jaina has been dying all over the place, which is also one of the reasons why she went straight into the Frost Armor on level 7. So against all those auto attackers, she at least has something that she can throw into the equation. Sunshine and Crowan are rotating over against Diablo, and there's already the damage output. But yes, well, pushing him out of the stun there and eating all the damage from 2 towers. Oh god, like that could have been a kill against Diablo now too. Definitely not really the play that they wanted to go for. But at the bottom of the map we see again the push. Level 8 versus level 7. They start to go in there against the structures. First tower is down, second one is about to be eliminated. And this is looking pretty sweet. Ghastly Reach taken as a level 7 talent. The Echo of Heaven, Piercing Bolt for Muradin, Fission Bomb for Kalthas, and now with the cooldown reduction on Diablo after we're seeing the Fire Devil, we have still no talent taken for Thrall. The standard talent to take here, if you want to go for that Chain Lightning build, is of course Follow Through, and he goes for it. We have seen a hybrid build earlier with the Wind Fury talents after the double Chain Lightning on 1 on level 4. And again, the move in, stun into stun, and Reyna, they try to drop him, but it's more Diablo that's eating the damage here. He's just barely getting away thanks to the shields that are dropped by Tassadar. Battery is also very, very low right now. Has to jump away, but at least got a stun against Tyrande. The problem is she has another stun as well. They dash in again, and Reyna is, of course, the hero that they are trying to kill. It's a trade, 1 for 1, unless Battery dies. But yeah, Yuri was jumping in and trying to heal him here as well. Once again, the lock against Trader. This game is fun. 9 kills already. We basically have 2 kills every minute at this point. And at the top lane against that battle between the two heroes here. I'm kind of liking the way that they are currently playing this. In the mid lane, experience also taken, and Sunshine is starting to just like take all the XP and tries to bring them to level 10. At the top lane, we already have GosuGamers again spamming out that Lightning Bolt. He's going to get that Shrine, if only for a short time. That is a potential Dragonite right now. GosuGamers is still happy to fight this. Level 10 abilities. We have the 7-sided strike taken. They start to move in with this. The kill potentially against Jason. He is not down yet though. 7-sided strike used, and Sunshine is dying again. Traitor escapes, but just barely. And at the same time drops once more Blizzard. But Leoric is down, and so is Tyrande. So Leoric dying at the top lane. Still Tyrande dying down here. 7 kills against 5. GosuGamers gets a bit of additional experience for his team now, and that is definitely needed since they are starting to fall behind here. But still, it is going to be a very, very tricky game at this point for Team Blaze. They're starting to struggle a bit, and every single time that we have a kill on the side of Team 2Arc, they start to go in against the structures and at least drop a tower or two, and they do really solid work with this. So once again, we're having them in a position where they're starting a slightly inexperience. Insomnia is going for the temple, and that drops 2 temples into their hands as long as they can keep this one. So they could rotate someone in the mid lane, but nope, it's a kill against Leoric. Well played. 4 heroes are up at the top, and they are trying to get another one. Nice dash. Good dash by you. Karazim dashes away from the stun, and that could have been brutal. But now they're starting to go for Muradin, and they aim for the Dragonite, of course. Have Muradin with another stun. Kalthas is moving to the top. This could be a Dragonite. This could be a Dragonite at the top lane. Here comes the channel. Rufflecopter hits it again. Muradin is dead, though, and this could just barely be the Dragon statue, and it is. Team Blaze, they get the Dragonite, and they start to move in. 7 kills against 7. Thrall at the top lane was holding that shrine long enough to make it work for them, and they are now starting to go in for the tower kills, one after another. Thrall still with the experience is starting to move into the middle of the map now too. and they just like kick everybody away here. So the first wall has been defeated, 40 more seconds on the Dragon Knight, and they're starting to go in with it. They have a slight lead in experience, and so far a great play by Team Blaze after they struggled initially a bit against all this pressure that we've seen from Team 2Arc. 2Arc, of course, is not done with this just yet, not because they just simply lost the Dragon Knight. They're going to put more pressure on these lanes as well, and they have been doing very well with their rotations. They just will continue to do exactly that, but for now it's more structures that fall up at the top, where we're seeing now the Dragon Knight march in to drop the next tower. The level 13 talent is going to be pretty close. Bot lane is being pushed now too, though, and that's where Jason and Battery are starting together with Rufflecopter to drop one of the forts, so it's going to be an even trade more or less. But Leoric is dying too, and that drops now the level 13 talent a bit faster into the hands of Team Blaze. They have right now Firestorm taken, Prescience as well, and they go straight for those structures again. 13 versus 13 talents, with now also the advanced, well, actually, are they going to go for it now? They're going to go for the champion. The advanced ice block has been used for Jay now. We are seeing the Shrink Ray, and Thrall is very likely to go, in this case, probably into the Spell Shield. He has a couple of options of what he could use, but a Spell Shield wouldn't be too bad, because that Kel'Thas is still a very, very big threat. Talking about Team 2Arc, though, they're level 13 talents. As we can see, they go into the Fission Bombs. They put even more pressure into the bot lane and will force a move back by Team Blaze. But there is the double barrel again, also the Burning Rage for Leoric and Relentless chosen. Thrall still with no commitment as to the level 13 talent, but there we have it. Spell Shield, as predicted, is the talent choice for him. Makes a whole lot of sense if you're looking at that setup, especially, of course, that Kel'Thas is a huge threat against you. And let's not even talk about that additional damage that especially Leoric can dish out. One of the things that I haven't really talked about, and I am sorry that I mentioned it this late, but we have as the heroic ability, in the case of Kassadar, Archon taken. He does not go into the Force Wall, so he wants to have that extra damage, and that's also, of course, granting him that bit of a shield that he has there. So that's going to be pretty sweet as well. That shield is pretty nice. That can actually like keep you alive during these fights. And once again, we have both teams on the same talents. 8 kills against 7, 14 versus 14 in level, and both of them just moving around trying to get these kills in. At the top lane, this is where Leoric just does Leoric things. Basically just like pushing, doesn't really care about the rest of the map, doesn't really care about what the other teams are doing. He just goes straight in and says like, alright, top lane is mine, I got this, boys. In the mid lane, Crowan, Traitor and Sunshine, they are already rotating again and just like doing their job here, waiting until they get a potential kill against someone. But there's 4 heroes in the mid lane, and that is maybe a bit too much, even with Insomnia rotating in. The Dragon Knight is up again for grabs, and it looks like they are trying to get one of the camps first before the next fight for the shrine starts. But the rotation to the top is already happening, and Thrall is down. Thrall is down, but so is Kel'Thas. A kill for a kill. They are a bit blocked out there, but yes, they could slow someone down with the water element again, and there comes the Archon. They go straight in. Are they going to get close enough to slow someone down? Well, actually, they slow down Leoric, and he is going to die for sure. That's a bit of extra experience for them, and it's a 2-for-1 kill then overall, with them now gaining control over one of the shrines immediately. So yeah. They get this one right away. 2 kills against 1, and we have Insomnia and Sunshine starting to just move in straight for the next camp here, which in this case is, of course, that Bruiser camp that we're aiming for already a bit earlier. Clandeus is just waiting up to the top. He's saying like, okay guys, if you don't guard that shrine, then it's going to be mine for sure. Bot lane has already been claimed, so that would be a double temple right away, or double shrine right away. And there he is. But Crowan is already moving in Sunshine as well, and Leoric is just saying like, alright, I'll get it. I'll move away, it's fine. So yeah, has to get out of there. Wraith walks it away. Oh, traitor! Uh-oh, not again. Oh. In Germany you would call that dumm gelaufen. Definitely not the way that he wanted to take. That's not what he envisioned when he was moving into to meet up with the rest of the team. Level 16 talents with a double barrel now. We have, of course, now the double charge here. The 2 charges for the Frog Lightning, and that is really the talent where you get a lot of potential damage out of that follow-through talent on level 7. This is really nice synergy, and it's a pretty cool snipe build for LZGamer. He goes in and starts to use exactly that 7-sided strike already utilized. There comes the Sundering and the Lightning Breath for Diablo. He wants to push down these heroes. He might fall. He's not dying, but he put out a lot of damage, and now we had especially Kel'Thas in a lot of trouble, and he had to rush away here. Here comes, on the other hand, again, a potential lockdown attempt with the Entomb, but good stun against Leoric, and LZGamer gets away. Also, the Temple has been channeled, at least one at the bot lane, by Diablo, and that means that they can't go for the Dragon Knight either. So yep, well done. We have now also the Arcane Barrier taken, Unyielding Despair, the Soothing Breeze once more, not the Circle of Life, Soothing Breeze indeed it is, and the True Shot Aura. Level 13 talent with the Shrink Ray here. Just pointing that out as well, since Overflowing Light is oftentimes the choice, but of course with the double support that we have here, don't really have to go for this. Yep, Thrall doing a great job at the top lane, making sure that they are not running up against the Dragon Knights. Good rotations. Talking, by the way, about the camps on the map, we still have this one pushing in against the top lane, doing fairly well there too. But yeah, pretty sweet talents taken so far. Numbing Blast again for the Cone of Cold, the root on the chill targets. And the fight happening over here again. Jason low, and yes, he's going to fall against LCGamer eventually, isn't he? No, he's actually not. He's gonna get away, and Diablo is dropped, but he will be back in another 3 seconds thanks to a straight. LCGamer is still trying to get into a decent position to maybe make a play. He has his Sundering, could use that, but has to rush away from Leoric now, and they are still in the 4 versus 5 position since Diablo is not back with the team yet again. So he's going to try and do exactly that. We have him already moving in. LCGamer up at the top. Krone is starting to get into position now too, and Sunshine with a lockdown against Kel'Thas, and he is eliminated. Goodbye, dear friend. Kel'Thas down, the Fire Mage is dead, and Leoric, he gets the Temple. Dragon Knight not channeled though. They can rotate a hero around. Now they find themselves in a 5 versus 4. Great spot for them, and Tyrande is already on the mission. Moving to the top, trying to get this one. And guess who's moving back down? It is Tassadar. And talking about that, we have Leoric eating a lot of damage here. Oh, he gets locked down as well. He's going to fall. He's going to fall. Sundering used for the kill. Not quite sure if that was really necessary, but well, they did it after all, and now they can zone again. LCGamer with a Dragon Knight, great play. I mean, seriously, Team Blaze is playing really well with these rotations on the map. This is not an easy game to play for either one of these teams. 2Arc and Blaze on eye level in this match. We have 12 kills versus 10, and the second Dragon Knight is now once again dropping the advantage into the hands of Team Blaze. They go in with the Dragon Knight and start to go straight for that wall. There is the Hyperion, of course, again with a lot of damage here against the heroes, but still, the Dragon Knight is doing his thing, and the wall is already down. If they can get close enough to drop the keep, that would, of course, be absolutely insane for them. But Traitor is very much alone here, gets locked down, uses Stasis, maybe a bit too early, the Ice Block, but great punt. The punt by LCGamer, saving Traitor for now, and this is the turnaround. And now with the Water Elemental, they're starting to just lock down the targets. Insomnia is in the middle, has to dash out there, does exactly that. 7-sided strike is used, but the lockdown against Karazhan, and he is dead. Now it's a 5 versus 4, but Diablo is down too. With the Devil's Due, he has already enough souls to just revive immediately again, and that will put him back into the fight in just a few seconds. So for Diablo, everything is absolutely fine here. It is going to be a 5 versus 4 for a much longer time now. Another 7 seconds on LCGamer. That's of course not really a whole lot, but it might just be enough to put some pressure onto the bot lane. Level 20 is soon going to be available for Team Blaze, but 2Arc isn't too far behind. They have already their same amount of kills, and again the wrath of their Berserker. No, not quite. It's actually the Wraith Walk. My bad, sorry. Saving him for now. Sunshine is careful on Diablo now because, yeah, might have Devil's Due and is going to be back in just a few seconds, but not after dying, moving into the fight and then dying again. That's just not going to happen, I'm sorry. Level 20 talents, that's what they're waiting for, and they have that finally now. So with this, the Hellstorm and the Twilight Archon, great damage talents taken now. Twilight Archon and especially the Hellstorm are absolutely insane. Tyrande with a Rewind, so going for the double stun and the potential double owl there. Also the heals that she can dish out now. And Bolt of the Storm for Jaina. That is definitely needed. Jaina had a really tough time in this game. She's the priority target for the opponent's team, and it really showed during all of these fights. We're having also Bolt of the Storm for Thrall, so LCGamers can use that talent to jump in a bit farther as well. And double Bolt of the Storm, as we see Spectral Leech now also taken, the Hardened Shield, and on the side of Karazhan, I suppose Transgression is going to be the talent that he will be using, and yes, indeed it is. So 11 strikes now. Talking damage, Diablo is at 38,000, not too much, but he will get that Hellstorm in now, and we are already talking about that fight as it happens. And where's Diablo? There's the Hellstorm, and he is really putting the damage numbers in. Not hitting too much though, but 2-3 heroes definitely losing a fair amount of hit points thanks to him. And there's the pressure play against the fort. They eliminated most of the rogue abilities already used, but we could still see it stun into stun against Muradin, and he is about to fall here. Barely kept alive. God knows how that happened. I really thought he was dead already, but they are all moving away and it wasn't a single kill. But they have the camp still pushing, and with that they are now starting to take down the towers once again. Great push here by Blaze. They didn't get the kills that they were hoping for, especially against Muradin, who I thought was dead, but somehow survived after all. But they're still in a solid position now. Traitor keeping to the side since he got already affected by the chain bombs. No follow-up just yet. They're trying to dash in. Oh, Rufflecopter actually against Tyrande. Super aggressive here. Now the stun into stun combo, but no! Diablo is dead, and this time for real. Crowan is also about to die. LZ Gamer and everybody else is dashing away. They stayed a bit too long, and now we could see 2Arc, well, maybe not finish the game, but at least get a significant amount of damage in, since that Dragon Knight is very likely to be theirs now. Of course, Tassadar, can he escape here? He dodges that Stormbolt. Well played, my friend. But Insomnia is not out of it just yet. We have, of course, again the attempt. Prescience activated. Does he have another one? Nope, he does not. Tassadar dead, 3 heroes down, and of course the Dragon Knight this time going to end up in the hands of Team 2Arc. 2Arc is going to try and make that play, and that Dragon Knight, how much damage can they dish out with that? Already the lane de-pushed up at the top. Another 22 seconds until Diablo is back. They ignore the fort. They want to go for keep, and this would be the first keep in the game. And the question is, can they do more than that? I kind of doubt it a bit since it's only a 20-minute Dragon Knight, but still, if they get a kill, that would change everything, so maybe they can make that work with a good stun. We still have Sundering available, and there's also the Hellstorm, and there's the kill that we did not think they could get. Great move, and this could be game. This should be game. Yes, the Hyperion is in play. Here comes the Sundering and the Hellstorm. They do whatever they can, but now Diablo is about to fall again. Already Sunshine is moving back, and you can already tell that this is going to be it. GG, and game number 3 is definitely going to happen now. We have a great play on the side of 2Arc, and they equalize the series here against Team Blaze. Okay, everybody, that's it for the day. We had some really fun games here, and I hope that you enjoyed them and also the commentary. Of course, we're going to have more Heroes of the Storm action on the channel in the near future. So if you enjoy the esports scene, Heroes of the Storm, make sure that you hit that subscribe button on KhaldorTV and also like the video if you haven't done that yet already. There's going to be more European games. We're going to have more North American matches as well. And of course, if you're interested in the Chinese Heroes of the Storm esports scene, I'm going to have more games on the channel as well in the near future as those leagues start again. At the same time, though, if you have friends that are also interested in esports and in Heroes of the Storm, make sure that you forward the channel to them and share it with them. It was a pleasure casting for you today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed, as I already mentioned, and I hope to see you next time for more Heroes of the Storm action here on KhaldorTV. See you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.